2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches, too. And seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines because they're going to throw for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Corum. And tough slotting. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
It's a gain of
great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Early early down stuffs have put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Corum. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. He'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and give the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
That's what we do!
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A.T. Perry, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to 43. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just out running people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Jackson. Got his man, Dell. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Second and inches at the 5-yard line.
Jackson will keep it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Corum not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 4. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Ashton Jeanty, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. And he's across the 40 for extra yards to the 44. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Play action. It's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Caught left side, here's Dell.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That's another Rams first down.
Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Right back to Genty on first down. Down the left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
14 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
On first down, it's Genty. Still going inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a later touchdown. Ashton Genty, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, their next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They run straight ahead with Corn. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
5-yard gain on the play.
They'll go back to Corn on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Corn. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. And he'll pick it up, too.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's caught. Puka Nacua. A gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. That's complete to Dell. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good by Auburn. And that makes it a 28-24 game. So after the touchdown, Auburn now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return. Able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Emmanuel Forbes up from the secondary to make the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what the reigning defensive...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They sent hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. He's given his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 199 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, sack.
That's caught by Tucker. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action with Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Rams, first down. A gain of 5. First down, Los Angeles.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. To throw is Jackson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Terrence Ferguson from 13 yards out. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Raiders 31. Rams 31.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Muscles by at the 25. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, they need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Just a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 3rd down, here's Corum. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the right side, this is Corum. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They run once more with Corum. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson to throw. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jackson going to keep it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now first and goal. Jackson's going to try to sneak. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now second down and a few inches.
13.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Rams 38, Raiders 35.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's still 2 seconds left in this ball game, so they'll have one final shot. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's the place. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, Dave? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's jocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They all fuck up and lots, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all. But we don't quit. You keep on rock shot, cause this is it. Flatline for the night time. I'm on a first name basis with the afterlife, and there's no ceiling when you're the demon. I dug myself out of the dirt for a reason, and I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die. The